The whole season, there was no Wi-Fi there. None at all.
He picked up that plate of chicken, bitch, and just said, boom, parked around right on that bitch chin. I said, oh, heavens no.
This is kicking in my stomach.
We got a painter on the loose.
Marlon D. Scott was fucking.
Welcome to New Orleans, bitch, we home. This ain't even our city, but we took over, you know?
Ooh, oh yes, we on, and the PlayBoys is turned up. What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Thotty Vixen. Yeah, that's her name. And if you know me, you're nasty. You are a bona fide freak in Crete, all over my OnlyFans. Make sure that you like, comment, and share. And best believe I'm gonna meet you there because your girl, I'll be in the comments. And if you love what I'm giving and you love how I serve it, hit that subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload. Duh! I know y'all hear the clarity. New mics, new budget. I know you hear the clarity. I know it. Shout outs to the budget. Anyway, this week of PlayBoys was one to not forget. Now the guys have finally moved into the houses, and that means we are cramming these guys together, and that's when the real fun starts. I could not believe what I was watching. And I'm not just talking about the fights. Oh no, I'm talking about some love connections, but we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Some things we need to discuss on that end. So with that being said, I know why you're here. So class, let's begin. The episode is called Fighting for No Reason, which personally, I feel like that should be the name of the show. Completely lost right here. Why are we back at the contract room or the Now That's TV studio, whatever this place is? I understand that Cassie and Marley have beef, but why are we back here? We get outside and Cassie's friend, Ali, is arguing with Jay Stacks. I'm confused once again because I'm trying to understand why Ali, who's a friend of a cast member, beefing with a cast member that just got voted off the last episode. How did this happen? And it occurs to me, I'm like, are the guys who didn't make it trying to run fades with the guys who did? They end up not fighting, and good. In my opinion, Jay Stacks seems like a sweetheart. D. Scott, on the other hand, has a smile that sends chills down my spine. It's given evil villain. So the host states that Cassie was doing too much when he asked the cameras to come outside to watch Ali confront Jay Stacks. I disagree. I disagree because at the end of the day, if they was gonna fight, they was gonna fight. And all that would have happened was the cameras would have ran out there anyway, got the back end of it, and then it'd be another scratchy, uncompleted, unexplained fight. So I think Cashew had the right mind saying, listen, get this whole shit from top to bottom. This is entertainment, this is content, this makes sense. So I disagree. Come outside, watch my friend beat this nigga ass, period. I was not expecting Jay Stack's voice to be that deep, by the way. Work. Ruby then attacks October in the contract room. Again, confused, because I'm like, what are you attacking him for? The boy didn't make the show, so why do y'all got beef? Now the tea is, the cat's out the bag. I do have a sit down with Mr. Ruby the GOAT himself. Make sure that you check that out on Friday. And he explains to me the real reason why he attacked October. And according to him, that was not the first attack. October actually attacked him first, but they didn't get it on camera. More of that story this Friday. However, with that being said, for the sake of the show, October states that Ruby ran down on him. Rich Zay states that Ruby ran down on October. So at the time, that's how I'm taking it. Ruby attacked October 1st. And production even says it as well. They say he randomly attacks October. What I've learned with Now That's TV, now that I've been watching the show, if it doesn't make sense, it's because something's being omitted or hidden. Remember that, folks. This situation didn't make sense. Ruby has been running around telling people he doesn't want to fight just for him to randomly attack October. Him and October got into it already earlier. He could have fought him then. So for him to later on do it, it doesn't make sense. And there's a reason why. Make sure you check out our sit down. October then tries to get his lick back and he tries to attack Ruby while he's changing, which prompts Ruby to once again quit the show. Ruby, bruh. So Ruby feels like production is allowing cast members to attack each other as some of the most vulnerable situations are timing. Like, we can attack each other when we get to the house, outside. Why you got people running up in here while I'm trying to change my clothes? I get it, y'all want content, y'all gonna get y'all content. Not right now though. The fuck? Yari then drops a bomb and states that Mr. Ruby the GOAT is homeless. Now, I'm not sure why, guys who didn't make the show are still doing confessionals, but this was tea. I'm also confused as to why production is asking Yari this question, because if you hear in Yari's confessional, he didn't just outright give this information. He's answering the question. He literally starts his sentence with, "What's the biggest secret I know?" So that means they asked him, what's the secret you know? Come on, tell us. Shade. Shade. By the way, this top that Yari is wearing, iconic. I cannot take this pink bonnet on Man Man's head. So we learned that Man Man and October are fighting because Man Man feels some type of way that October attacked Ruby. Okay, what are friends for? However, follow me. This is kind of uncalled for when almost appears as if Ruby won that fight between he and October. So if he won the fight, why would he need Man Man to come and fight October again? October, who, by the way, is a cast member who got voted off. So it's not even like y'all, I'm confused. On top of that, like, Ruby has beef with Solid. That's who Man Man needs to be fighting. Because for whatever reason, Ruby's like avoiding Solid. So, Man Man, you want to be that friend that put on for your friend? Step up and fight Solid. Yeah, I agree. I'm not touching that either. I'ma reconsider Solid. All in all, though, Man Man beat the Mario coins out of October, all while in a pink bonnet. Now that's legendary. Now that's TV. October looked kind of dazed. He's also bleeding from his mouth, and it was honestly uncomfortable to watch. I felt super bad, and October, I just want to hug you. I'm so serious. October is like such a teddy bear. I felt terrible because I feel like it was kind of unexpected. According to October, he and Man Man hugged each other. Like, he greeted him. So that kind of took him by surprise to have had just finished fighting Ruby to go hug someone who I guess you thought you was cool with for him to attack you. That doesn't feel cool. That's ugh. And again, Man, if you're gonna do that, that leaves the question, later on in the season, I don't know, are you gonna fight Solid? Because that's who Ruby really got the biggest beef with right now. Are you gonna fight Solid? In the words of Azalea Banks, let's talk about that. I'm not about to really talk about the Almond and Ali argument because it was kind of random. It doesn't add or take away from the story. It was also, the subject matter was stupid. Moving on. However, D. Scott got snuck by Kobe from behind. Gag. In the words of Houston native Megan Thee Stallion, niggas say I taste like sugar but ain't shit sweet. Honestly, D. Scott and Kobe, are like the same weight class, same fight style, same like everything. A fight between them is always going to be a draw. Like when them two fight, I can't even pick who won or lost. Nobody ever loses and nobody ever wins because they are like literally the same exact opponent. In the midst of all this, the treacherous twins then appear and they're discussing the fight that D. Scott was just in. Like they're having a conversation. However, randomly, or not so random, I guess Zabo didn't like the way D. Scott was talking to him. He murked him. Kind of like the same way D. Scott murked Trey in that same exact room. Again, the episode is called Fighting for No Reason. Sidebar. By the way, fun fact, there are folks around the world paying thousands to have the cheekbones that D. Scott is walking around in. Okay, not the host want to run it. Again, random. Moving on. I noticed that it seems like the powers that be are trying their hardest to not let the treacherous twins jump anybody. And that makes me say, I need to do my research. I need to go watch Making the Cast or whatever it's called, because it's given when the treacherous twins jump you, they hit you with some shit. Because if you really want to think about it, if you really want to talk about it, the treacherous twins are not the first, last, or even in between duo that jump people on this show. Last season or this season, but for some reason when they about to jump somebody, it's so I'm trying to understand why. I want to see what they give. So the guys are then told that they are gearing up to finally go to New Orleans. Rich Zay says that, you might catch him out, but don't get it twisted. He is a strict top. Noted.
Landon sucked CJ dick on the back of the bus on the way to New Orleans.
Moving on. Surprise, surprise. The eliminated cast from last episode pop up this episode. They're not going anywhere. Words of Nicki Minaj, you can't get rid of me, bitch. Now all I can think of is where the fuck are y'all housing 30 men? So they make it to the house, or is this a condo? Because it's given condo, and it's important to know, because if this is a condo, I'm pretty sure they had many neighbor complaints, noise complaints. Landon in a do-rag. This boy is so adorable in whatever he does. That is not how you wear a do-rag, Landon. So, Landon, D. Scott, and Kai Bands basically have a meeting about who they gonna fuck up and why. I think that it is important to note that earlier, Cassie stated that Landon allegedly indulged in fellatio with cast member CJ. Now, I'm not saying if it's true or not, but I am saying I have not seen a lot of CJ in these episodes, but here he is, looking like a security guard next to Landon. At one point, Landon is saying that he does not want to be in the room that they put him in because it's by the treacherous twins. And CJ is like, yeah, and I'm not letting him, I can't let him go down there. Oh. Landon, let me find out, moral of the story, Landon got that toe curler throat. Period. So at one point, and I'm not trying to, get nobody in trouble, but at one point, Man states that October paid the host $300 to stay on the show, right? Or to be selected. I don't know. I don't know if this was before the talent show, after the talent show, but a payment was made for him to stay a cast member. Now, I don't know what category PlayBoys falls under, reality show, reality competition show, because I do know season 1, there was a winner Maul, who won $10,000, right? For winning. Okay, so that would fall under reality competition. If another cast member, competitor, is paying the host or production or staff, whatever, for any reason, that is not only unethical, it's illegal. Just saying. So man, that's a heavy claim you making right now. And if it's true, October and the host, y'all committed a crime. I'm just saying. But I don't think they're winning a prize this season, so maybe it is just a reality show. That changes everything. But if it's a reality competition show, that is illegal. Just keep that in mind for future and next time. Here's my thing. D. Scott and Landon go over down the hall to the treacherous twins room. Okay. I noticed the host is, telling the treacherous twins, y'all better not fight, y'all better not jump, but more so, y'all better not jump. Okay. But this is my thing, right? Landon and D. Scott went to their room, unless I'm missing something. Landon and D. Scott went to the treacherous twins room. So you can't control how the treacherous twins then react to that, if that makes sense. Landon is a smart guy. He's a smart kid. That's why he brought D. Scott with him. Reinforcement, back up, 2-on-2, whatever the case is. You can't, as a host, me as a blogger, journalist, whatever, I do have a degree in journalism, cannot be biased. That's all I'm saying. You can't be biased. And it came off a little biased that you're allowing these two to come down the hall to their room, but telling them, and y'all better not jump them. No. You come to my doorstep, you get what's coming to you. And I love Landon down with his cute self, but that's the tea. They end up scrapping, and it do look like the treacherous twins was trying to jump D. Scott, but my baby D. Scott was in the paint with him. That's one thing. D. Scott don't look like he's scared to fight nobody. 1 nigga, 2 nigga, 3 nigga, he's like, what's up? And in situations like this, that's how you gotta be. And what? Cashy. Hey. The host is fighting? Okay. So Kobe tries to get D. Scott again. Why? Got him at the studio. No one won or lost that fight. I'm just trying to, so is this gonna be all season or let me know, just so I'm not surprised at how many times it happens. Landon, a weapon? Baby, I need to meet Rich Zay because mama be giving commentary galore. Landon, let me find out you the villain. This is cute. It's really the twins against the world. They are, poor things. Landon at this point is over Trey. He feels like he's not being loyal in the situation of the house. Like the fights that Landon's getting in and things like that. He feels like, Trey, where are you when I'm doing all of this? I don't know. That is between them two. 3 if you count Solid. 4 if you count CJ. Listen, okay, let's get into that because Trey pulls Landon into the bathroom. It's given that, that cute little couple that be arguing all the time, like closing the door and all of that. I kind of lived for it. It is what it is. You're taking 30 dudes, more than half of them which are gay, and you expect there not to be a little mix and mingle? I mean, you put me on a trip with 30 niggas, and I'm definitely tasting at least 3 of them, period. And I'm not talking about these guys in particular. I'm just talking about put me in any situation with 30 niggas. 3 of them is getting tasted. Word. However, we are gonna see, now that Landon has made it clear, I don't feel like you have my back, this is going to put Trey in a compromised position because now he has to step up. That's where this game gets a little mixy-matchy because Trey seems to be laid back, kind of neutral, doesn't really have any issues with people. But his friend, lover, I don't know. Landon does. Where do you stand? And now he's gonna be forced to basically make a decision. So what's the decision, Trey? What's the decision? But that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you for coming to class and thank you for being on time. Next week's episode is going to be bananas because CEO Isaiah pulls up. Oh yes. And what seems like an attempt of a house meeting turns left. And we're talking far left. This may be the riot that Isaiah told us about. And it's not gonna get pretty. It looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. And we won't be here to review it. Make sure that you like, comment, and share. And best believe I will meet you there because your girl be in the comments. You talk, I talk back. And if you love what I'm serving and you love how I give it, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you are always notified when I upload. Ta! And I am going to see you next week in class, and you better not be late.
You like that last video? Well, the good news is I got plenty more right here on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button so you're always notified when I upload to my channel. That's right. Binge watch the out of me.